Good evening, everyone. This is Pastor Michelle. I am logging in for an amazing treat tonight. Tonight, one of my favorite people, a member of my actual family, amen, is coming in to chat on the Richardson Family Hustle. Just before I introduce him, let me tell you a little bit about what the Richardson Family Hustle is. In our family, we have a dozen or more entrepreneurs that are running their businesses. And I thought it would be a fantastic idea to hear from Mr. President. We call him Mr. President in our family. And I want you to join with me and welcome my real uncle, Uncle Andre Richardson. How's it going?
How's it going? Thank you for that warm welcome there. I feel like a celebrity here. Feel like a celebrity here.
You kind of are in the family, real
Exactly.
talk, real talk. How you
Exactly.
been doing?
I've been doing well. Well, life is good,
That's good.
Everything is flowing, everything is going.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel great about a lot of things. Yep.
That's good.
Exactly.
That's a
Yeah.
relief. And tell us who you are and how, what is your business? And tell us sort of how you came to be in that line of work.
Well, I am Andre Richardson, Michelle's uncle, blood uncle. Exactly.
Yes.
This is Michelle is my oldest sister's oldest daughter. So yes, definitely blood running through there.
Yeah.
Um, I am the vice president of WellPro Contractors. We are licensed and insured and bonded general contracting company. We do anything from renovations to ground builds and all sorts of things, plumbing, electrical, we roofing, concrete.
Mhm.
It's an array of a whole lot of things. I'm very excited about it this year. Business has picked up a whole lot. We picked up some new contracts. We picked up some nice size projects, which
Right.
is like a blessing because that's what well, at least that's what I get in it for the big paydays. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely feeling that, and it's just a good thing,
Okay.
it's a good thing, and I bring about 30 years of expertise to the business, just in the facilities, maintenance, and renovation work background.
Okay.
Um, yeah, to my company. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And
Mhm.
how'd you come to this line of work?
Um, I always been a handyman. I've always
Good.
tinker with things, took things apart. I remember I thought at one point I was going to be a mechanic because I used to take my toy cars apart and try to change the wheels out and all that to try to do something different. Then it was a time in my life where, I lost my mom at a young age, and I really had to find a skill set, that I could do that would be enough to take care of me and, the future family that I will have. So,
Absolutely.
I was given an opportunity at a young age to work with a renovation company. So I started from the ground. And when I say the ground, meaning that I started cleaning up construction sites and
Okay.
renovation sites. And I knew then I was just like, yeah, this is not for me.
Say for
Yeah,
me.
it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I knew early on. I always had this sixth sense of just having a feeling of, yeah, this part not gonna work for me. I'm gonna do it because I know it's gonna get me to the next level. So when I started doing the cleanup, and I used to look at the mechanics that was doing the work, the drywall and the painting, and I would ask them, hey, I want to learn how to do that, and I was young, so they didn't take me serious all the time. But it was this one particular guy. He was one of the foremen. His name was Dave,
Hmm.
and Dave was a good guy. And Dave told me, he said, I will teach you as much as I can teach you, as long as I'm breathing, but you have to
Mm.
show me that you want to know how to do this stuff. And how you showed me is that I'm gonna give you a list of tools. And
Yeah.
he said, every pay period, I want you to go buy a tool
Oh, wow.
and show me that you brought the tool, and then I'm gonna show you how to use it. And
Okay.
gave me a list of tools. And back then it wasn't Home Depot, so I'm gonna tell my age here. It was Heckinger. Me
Hackinger. Oh, yeah, we
and
remember.
Heckinger, yeah. Over at Heckinger Mall. I was over at Heckinger, and every week I got paid. We got paid cash at the end of the week. I was trying to get something off my list, and I
Wow.
wasn't making a lot of money, but I knew that if I invested in myself, that the outcome would be good. So I started learning that, and ended up landing a job working for a hotel company, and
Hmm.
started painting. And then when I got into the painting and the drywall, then I was just like, yeah, I'm sick of the
Yeah.
drywall dust. So I was like, I got to find something else to do. But I worked in a hotel where I was around all these big, loud machines, the boilers and the chillers and things like that, and all these mechanical things. And I was interested in that. God set somebody in front of me again. And
Yeah.
the guy was almost the same way. He was just like, show me that you want to learn this stuff. At the end of your day, when you finish your
Hmm.
tickets, set aside 30 minutes before you leave and come inside the boiler room, and I'm gonna start showing you around.
Wow.
And
Wow.
then,
That's important. Yeah.
yeah, so one day he handed me a book and said, here, this is a boiler book. Start reading it, and I want you to get into a class. And then I
Hmm.
got into the class, and then I picked that up.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, okay, I'm getting
Yeah.
them skill sets, and I'm putting them underneath of my championship belt, and I'm feeling
Yeah.
real good about things. And just kept going from there. And then, you just get in the mode of the collection of knowledge over the
Hmm.
years. And one key thing to it all is being humble,
Yeah. Yeah.
accepting that you don't know everything.
That's right.
There's always room to learn, and
Hmm.
and that was always my motto, and that got me to where I'm at now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That's amazing. Vice President.
exactly. Yeah, it's a partnership,
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
good. That's good.
yeah.
Andre, we actually have quite a few entrepreneurs in our family, the
Oh, yes,
Richardson
indeed.
family. I mean, we can name a few. What's it? Hoodie Joe. We've got
Yeah, that's
Josiah and Smart
fashion.
Catering.
Yeah, yep. The
Yep.
catering company, the cleaning company,
Cleaning
yeah,
company,
yeah,
decorating,
exactly.
meal
Yeah,
preparation, you
yeah,
name it.
all that stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the Richardson family is rich
It's in the
in those
blood.
resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely in the blood. It's definitely in the blood.
Indeed. We come from a line of entrepreneurs, and even our grandmother, they had a very high work ethic. She was an
Hmm.
evangelist in the church. I ended up coming through the ranks as a
Right.
minister and now a pastor, um,
Hmm.
in the church, and I attribute all of that to our family background, our family hustle. And true
Right.
enough, it's not just about the hustle, man. I mean, you really have to be inspired. What do you feel are the most important reasons anybody should like start a business? Why should anybody start a business?
Well, there's benefits of owning your own business.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of benefits from it, and one of the things, a few. I'll just touch on a few items. It's following your passion.
Yeah.
That's like the most important thing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not just in the Richardson family, but everybody's family.
Oh
We
yeah.
all we all have skill sets that we do for other people. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a person, I listen to people quote things and sayings and things like that. and it stick with me. I hear it one time and it stick with me, but when I try to deliver it again, it might not sound the same. But
Right, right,
you pretty
right,
much get the idea. So
right.
you have people who are okay with just, this is my job, this is what I do, this is
Hmm.
what I'm going to do, and they can ride that out. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with not wanting to own a business.
Ain't for the faint.
The man
Free
all the
fun.
time,
Yeah.
is not it's not that. And I tell people that, people ask me all the time about business, and I say I'm not no expert, but what I do know is that you have to have the passion,
Yeah.
because there's ups and there's definitely downs.
Absolutely there
And
is.
when you go on the downside, you got to be able to ride that out until it comes back up. And you have to be
Absolutely.
prepared for that type of things. And that's one of the things you learn. But what keeps you engrossed in it is your
Hmm.
passion to want
Hmm.
to be successful at it. No
Absolutely.
matter what it
Absolutely.
is that you pick, you do for your company. If you decide to open up a company and say you want to sell water, your passion should be, I want to sell the nice coldest water that's not like a
Right.
Slurpee, but that's just not too frozen, but it's just right at that right point. And that's my
Hmm.
niche. My passion is to quench people's thirst for
Hmm.
$2. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
So you start off with your passion, what it is that you like to do, what it is that you want to do, and
Hmm.
what service or what goods you want to sell or what service you want to give to people.
That's
That's
right.
one of the things that made me inspired to get into
Own
my own
business.
business. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
one thing is providing to your community, providing a
Hmm.
service to the people.
Hmm. That's
You have
good.
you have two type of businesses. You have one business that's based on selling goods, and then
Hmm.
you have other type of business that's based on service.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
depending on what your business is, you're providing something to the community
Hmm.
at a
Hmm.
cost.
Yeah. Yeah. The cost, no doubt.
At a cost,
We
of
can
course.
talk more about that in
Right.
depth later
Yeah,
on. But
exactly,
yeah, yeah,
exactly.
because a
Yeah,
lot of times I find
yeah.
that too. One of the drawbacks, because I was going to ask you, what did you
Mhm.
see as one of the drawbacks? One of the drawbacks of starting your own business is the temptation to give it away for free all the time. And you really have to have a cost benefit analysis. You really need to know how, where you're going to land up when all of this is said and done. A lot of times people don't know about insurances and things they need to do to set themselves up.
Yeah,
But what would
it's
you say
definitely.
would
Mhm.
be one of the drawbacks of starting your own business, other than when it goes to the decline? Because you got to prepare yourself for if that
Right.
should happen.
One of the drawbacks I see a lot and I hear a lot when I talk to people that's in the business and things like that, that
Mm-hmm.
their business plan wasn't solid.
Mm-hmm.
Your business plan sets up your goals and how you do. And with a business plan, the key thing to your business plan is your discipline.
Yeah, discipline's important. Yeah, absolutely.
Because you can go out here and you can get that first job in my type of work, and it'll be a $50,000 check. After everything said is done, you're walking away with 30,000. You put your taxes aside and you feel like, oh, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to the car dealer. Time to go to the
Run
club
up
and
some
turn
check.
up. Let's start popping the bottles.
Dollar
Let's do
bills.
this and do
Yeah.
all that,
Yeah, man. You
And
got to
then,
prepare for
then,
rainy
then
days.
the next job come
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even have enough to cover payroll until you get that check. Now you in a
Look at
situation,
that. Look at that.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Planning is so important.
yeah.
And
So
discipline. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
planning and discipline is the key success to a lot of business. You
yeah.
look at these guys that got these super mega million businesses and things like that. I mean, look at the
Mm-hmm.
guy Jeff Bezos with Amazon.
Yeah.
It
He
was a
started
plan.
that in his
All
garage they
he did,
did.
all he did was put shopping at your fingertips
That's all.
and come up with a business plan to deliver it to you as fast as he can.
And he started in his garage, huh? So
Exactly.
they said he was shipping packages from his garage. That's
Exactly.
something I wanted to
Exactly.
say. That's
And
not
the
in our
funny
notes.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And the
Yeah.
thing is that he never he never made a product. He
Mm-mm.
just sold
Not
other
one
people's product.
product. It's
So he
genius.
basically showed you a product and said, you can get it for this price because
Yeah.
this dude just gave it to me for this price.
He
And then he shipped
brokered
it
the
to you.
products. He literally,
Yeah,
he was a broker. He brokered all the
yeah,
products that we love and enjoy now, and it's a household name.
yeah, yeah.
It's a household name. I want us to have an in-depth conversation sort of about some of
Mhm.
those things at a
Right,
later date, but I just wanted the people to get an idea of the things that we're going to be talking about.
right,
And
exactly.
this question I want to ask you has to do with regrets, because I know, like we talked about, not setting ourselves up, not having a business plan and those things. If you were to do it all over again, what would you do differently, if anything? Because you're sitting in the sweet spot now. So we're thinking about, if you were to look at the overall, landscape.
With what I've learned with business is there it's about a mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in business, I don't see failures as failures. I don't
Right.
even call them failures. I call them learning.
Learning opportunities. Yeah,
Exactly, because
absolutely.
you can go and you can be very excited and you can be very anxious. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'm just speaking about what type of work I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I can bid a whole house paint job, and I tell them, give me $10,000, right? If
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I can get this done in $10,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get halfway through, and it is taking much longer than what I thought. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Paint colors that they want throughout the house, some of the stuff is bleeding through, so I got to spend extra money to get extra primer and this all
Wow.
this stuff, and then you start to see your profit margin get smaller and smaller. And
Mm-hmm.
it started from the bid process
Right.
because I went into the process of thinking if I go low, I would definitely
Mm-hmm.
get the job. But not
You
really
plan for
knowing about the
contingency.
back end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a learning process. And that happened to me so many times where I'm like, I just want to get it done at this point because I'm not making nothing off of it. It's just
Right.
a headache. And the person is just really driving me crazy. So I just want to get it done and take my little $200, go buy me something to eat, and just, you know,
Jeez.
regroup.
Jeez.
So regrets would be, I wouldn't really call them regrets, because if you have a passion to do something,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to make mistakes, because there's no real success without some mistakes.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't care.
absolutely
I
right.
don't care what you do. Evil Knievel has fell off his motorcycle several times. I know I went real old on you there,
Yeah, I was
but
like,
Evil Knievel has made thousands of jumps, and he's fell off that motorcycle almost half of those times.
mm,
But he never had a regret. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
in
yeah,
business, you turn a negative into a positive,
yeah,
and that's what I learned about it.
yeah,
And I'm still growing. Like, I don't know
yeah,
everything. I'm still growing, but
yeah,
I don't really have any regrets. You're going to make mistakes,
yeah,
and it's okay. You
yeah.
know, you're going to make mistakes. I will say one thing about um one kind of regret is that in business, you got to understand you still have to pay taxes when
Period, sir.
you still have to pay taxes. Just because
Period.
ain't nobody taking it out your paycheck, you are responsible for
I
paying for
caught
that
that
money.
a few sentences ago when you said you set aside to take the $50,000 job.
Yeah,
I was like, yes.
exactly. Off
It
the
doesn't
break.
matter if you make ten
Do
ten
it right
thousand
the first
dollars
time.
or 50,000. You still need to
If
pay
you
your
made if
taxes.
you
Yeah.
made 10, you made 7.
Right. Period.
You know,
Period.
know those
Period.
numbers, know those numbers, know those percentages, and set up an account
Yeah,
to
that
put that
holds it.
money in there,
That's a good idea.
because when you are a legit business, you have your tax ID number from the
Mm-hmm.
IRS. They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna clock that.
Yep.
When people get things done, if you're doing a service, a lot of the services that you might do, like if you in home things,
Mm-hmm.
people file that stuff. My house is in disarray, so I had to do this, and they can file that. Businesses say, hey, I paid I
Checks
paid
and
Michelle
balances.
Bush Contracting
Mm-hmm.
$10,000 to
Mm-hmm.
do something and stuff. And so I'm not responsible for that 10 grand. Like I
Yeah,
gave it to
man.
her. And now they
Right.
looking at you. So I tell people
It's
all the
true.
time, like that that was
That's
a
important.
hard, a
Yeah.
very hard thing to understand. And
Yeah.
one of my
Yeah.
first business partner taught me that
Yeah.
because I would say one price, man, we just made all this. And he was just like, He said,
Mm-mm.
we just made this.
Yeah, Uncle Sam did this. That's
Uncle
good.
Sam made that,
And especially if you got
Yeah.
employees, if you got
Yeah.
employees, you got to run the gamut on that.
Yeah.
But there are
Exactly.
ways to
Yeah.
skin it. 10,000 ways to skin a cat. The
Yeah.
difference is you got to know for your type of business. I was just
Mm-hmm.
going to share this too, just important in terms of starting a business and not just being in your emotions about what you have to do, because it really is gratifying to see something that you do come to like manifestation.
Right.
So you don't want to get caught up in just the good feeling that, hey, I created a logo. Hey, I have a brand image. Hey, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Well, you better make sure that you're protecting your own interests and the interests of those with whom you are doing business in, because there are
Been there.
some vultures out there, man,
Yes,
that will
indeed.
steal your ideas, make it theirs. But we
Exactly.
could talk for
Yes,
hours
indeed.
on this. We're going to
Yeah.
take a break, folks. And
Okay.
then when we come back, we're going to ask Uncle Andre how we can get back in touch with him. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, all right. We are back, folks. This
Yes, indeed.
has been the Richardson Family Hustle. We just getting y'all palates wet. Trust me, trust me. This
From the beginning.
the patriarch of our family, listen, he has got some great wisdom and insights on some things. Listen, are you currently looking for clients to serve? And tell the audience how they can get in touch with you.
Oh, of course, we always open to new clients and stuff. That's how we make our business. We are probably about 15 employees now since we just finished a home in Washington, D.C. not too
Mm-hmm.
long ago. Oh, wow. What they're doing in Washington, D.C. right now.
Yeah,
It
man.
is so
It's
beautiful.
booming.
So I was so happy to be a part of that, and we was very excited about that. These folks was moving all the way in from California, and they
Nice.
they had a plan of what they wanted, and they will only pop in. It took us 3 months to do it.
Oh,
They would
wow.
only pop in like once a month and just walk through. And they were so excited. We met the deadline and got a
Yeah.
little bonus on top of that. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we still do the small jobs. We do the
Okay.
smaller paint jobs. If you just want one room painted, if you just want one bathroom painted, we don't turn down things like that. So
That's good. So
we, we,
where can anybody get up with you guys?
our number is 571
Mm-hmm.
265 4451. That number will come to me directly. We give you personalized service. We didn't want to be detached from what happens inside our office.
That's
Every now
awesome.
and then you'll talk to Pauline, and she's
Mm-hmm.
more of the paperwork person, but we want to be a part of everything. So you will talk to us directly, and
That's
you will
good.
see either myself or him on every job site we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We
Tell us that number one more time. 571.
571
Mm-hmm.
265
Mm-hmm.
4451.
Next podcast back where we're going to get down into the weeds. We're going to be talking about starting the right business, creating a
Right.
niche, how you create a business that's unique to your particular audience. Ways to finance your business. These are some things you can expect, and how to avoid some of the pitfalls and drawbacks if they can be avoided when you're not ready to start your business. So, you guys, we're taking questions from the audience as well. Listen, you want Uncle Andre or me to answer any of your business questions, you can certainly send those in. There is a mailbox directly connected to this podcast, and you can send us a direct message to let us know if you have some ideas or if you want to be on the show. Just visit us at thegatheringroom.online and click the link that says be a guest, and we'll get back in touch with you.
I leave y'all with one thing. Follow your passion.
Follow your passion.
Follow
Awesome.
your passion. You'll get
Awesome.
there.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
No problem.
Hey family, it's Pastor Michelle. Listen, I've been cooking up something good. Yes, something good is getting ready to happen for you and for me. I'm excited, you guys. Excited. Listen, we've got some awesome podcasts on the horizon. Yes, and you can be a guest if you'd like to share your testimony. You also have the option of hosting a show. Would you like to host your very own show, your very own Christian program? Give us a shout. Visit us online at www.thegatheringroom.online. All podcasts are sponsored by the Gathering Seed Missionary Outreach Fellowship Incorporated. Have a great day.